Hi, I'm Jyotirmay. It's been almost 4 months since we have been confined to our own homes. Our movements are restricted. We can't go out. Sorry, I'm coming straight to the point actually. I don't know about all of you, but for me, yeah, it has taken a mental toll on me. So the first few days, I just binge watch all the series, all the films on Netflix, Amazon Prime. But then after a point, I felt, is it all that I'm supposed to do in this lockdown? Yeah, I read few books. That's good. Reading is always good. But then, I don't know. For me as a person, I'm someone who likes going out, meeting people, talking to people. But no, I can't do that right now. So, and the only way I can talk to someone is over phone, over WhatsApp. That doesn't serve the purpose actually. But we we, we are helpless. We can't go out actually, and whom to blame now? Maybe this lockdown is for our own good. So, amidst all this, I was thinking that some of us, uh, some of us use art, be it singing, dancing, or however we feel happy. We use it. We have been using it right now since the lockdown for our own recreation, maybe. Anyways, we always use art for our recreation and also to make a point. Art is again, I agree, art is political, but if we look at the recreational part of the concept of art, so many of us are using art in this pandemic, in this crisis situation, to keep oneself sane. I felt that. So I thought, why not talk to my friends or even people whom I don't know and find out how art has affected them during this lockdown, their how it has affected their creativity, and what do they think about art, especially now when they can't go out, and most of my friends, many of my friends in Delhi are inside a four walled room, and they have no contact with the outer world except through phone, internet. So yeah, in this series that I have started recently on my YouTube channel, Jajaboree Productions, I'll be talking with my friends and people whom they will become my friends eventually, maybe after this series is over, that how they are viewing their art during this lockdown. So let's start. We have with us today Sasanka Das. He's from Delhi. He's originally from Assam, but stays in Delhi right now, and he couldn't come home, so he's there. The only friend he has right now is his pet, Lino, his cat, and his ukulele. He plays ukulele. He produces song. So let's hear what he has to say. I forgot to mention one more thing. In the description below, you'll find Sasanka Das's all the links to his music, Savan link and Facebook, Insta, everything. Do visit the links. He makes some wonderful music. Chalo, let's start with the video then.
My name is Sasanka Das. I am a singer songwriter based in Delhi, originally from Assam. I've been living in Delhi for almost 10 years now. And if you're watching this video, if you have clicked on the link, by now you already know that what this video is about. But just a brief introduction. So this is an initiative by Jyotirmay Das of Jajaboree Productions. to understand the current state of artists and how this whole pandemic situation has affected their art form. Uh, and I'll talk about my how I have dealt with it at a personal level and how it has affected my songwriting and my creative process. Uh, before we get into that, a brief introduction about myself. Uh, so I've been singing for a very long time, for as long as I can remember, and I started writing my own songs in 2016, and I released my debut EP, that stands for Extended Play, in late 2018. So on 7 December 2018, I released my first song. My EP name is called Someday Somehow. You can stream my EP on all major streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, JioSaavn, all those places, and also on YouTube and SoundCloud. And I recently released a new song on the 15th of May this year. It's called Time Is No Chain. You can listen to that song as well. Uh, so yeah, my first EP was accepted well by the audience. There were good responses. I mean, apart from family and friends, I received many DMs and many messages from acquaintances and also strangers on the internet, and that was great. So songs like Old School Love, Time and Space, A Song for Two, uh, and even Empathy. So these are the song names from the EP. So all these songs, different people related to them in different ways. So it was wonderful. Um, and yeah, even my latest single is available on all those platforms. So yeah, before I talk about this whole pandemic situation and how it has affected me at a personal level, I'd like to sing a song for you guys. This is an acoustic version of my song Old School Love, which is the first song that I released from the EP. So yeah, we'll talk about the all the things later after this song. Okay, so this is the acoustic version of Old School Love. Hope you like it. Was it your eyes, or the summer dress that you wore that night? Oh my, I must admit that I lost track of time, and there was nothing for me to deny, because you already knew that I was shy. And maybe someday I will tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And maybe someday I will tell you why. And I said, oh, and I said, oh, and we said, oh, and we said, oh, I try to pretend to hide my insecurities inside, but you were just too wise to find out why. And without a doubt I dived into your smile, knowing I'd be loyal till So that was the acoustic, stripped down acoustic version of Old School Love, the first song that I released and which I wrote in this bedroom. If you want to listen to the studio version, you can always go to all those channels and all those streaming platforms and just type Old School Love by Sasanka Das. Okay, so now coming to the most important part of the video, or equally important part of the video. Uh, so how has this whole crisis pandemic situation affected me as an artist, my songwriting, my creative process? Have I spent enough time honing my art form? Well, I'll talk about two aspects. Uh, the first one is obviously from a creative lens and from a songwriting lens. Um, so right from the right from the beginning of this lockdown, uh, we all have been seeing a lot of talks and a lot of content out there in social media mostly. Uh, wherein people are they're talking about how this is the time to work on your creativity, and this is the time to hone a skill, and this is the time to invest in yourself. And if you did not have time all your life, you were complaining you did not have time. Now this is the time to do something about it. And also, I've seen a lot of motivational speakers talk about, if you don't come out with something creative by the end of this lockdown, you never lacked time, you lacked interest, and all of those big talks. But at a personal level, and it's completely my perspective, you may think otherwise. That's absolutely fine. I feel that it's easier said than done, because because to work or to bring out your creative juices and to work on some to be creative, and especially when it comes to songwriting, you can't just decide that, okay, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write a song and I'm going to finish it. It doesn't work like that. It is very important to have a proper headspace. And during this time, during such difficult times, it is difficult to find that particular headspace. um so yeah, and if I talk about, like, if I talk about my routine, it has become so difficult. I mean, I stay at home all day, I get it, but but there's so many things that I have to worry about. I mean, I live alone in Delhi, and my house help is not it's not been coming for quite some time now. So I have to do so many things, right from small things like cooking, doing the dishes, washing clothes, cleaning the house, and on top of that, my regular work. So it's very difficult to find time, and it's very difficult to sit down and work on a song. Um, and similarly, I'm sure it's the same for painters and or stand-up comedians or dancers. Um, so yeah, it's difficult, but I have been trying to finish some unfinished songs that I started writing before the pandemic. But during the last 4 months, I have not written any new songs. I'm just trying to finish all the half-baked songs. Uh, So maybe by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, I plan to release one more song. Um, so yeah, that was from a creative lens, and the second aspect to it is from a financial lens, and it won't be honest if I talk about that in much detail, and I'm not going to talk about that in much detail, is because music is not my primary source of income. I am not a full-time professional musician. Music doesn't give me food on my plate. Yes, I am extremely serious about the music that I write. I'm extremely passionate about it, and I take my music very, very seriously. But I don't do it full time. I have a day job. Um, but I can only imagine the current situation of people who were only dependent on live shows and live gigs, and it's very difficult, right? Like, shows are not happening, gigs are not happening, and people have been trying to experiment doing live shows on Instagram and Facebook, and trying to make whatever money they can. Uh, and even established artists uh, are facing, so much difficulties. So, and this in turn also relates back to the first aspect of songwriting. So if you have so many things to worry about, and especially if the money is not coming in, you can't just sit and write a song when you have bills to pay and things to worry about. So yeah, from a second lens, it's extremely difficult. But I have not felt that or gone through that that phase. So I can only imagine, because I have been seeing a lot of uh, online gigs happening, and a lot of fundraising event, and I have tried to donate whatever I can within my capacity for all those fundraising gigs for independent artists. So I can completely like, I do empathize. um so yeah, that's all I have to say. And I understand this is new for everyone. We are all in this together, so the least we can do is be kind to one another. And I hope that this ends soon. We have been saying it from the last many months, I know that, but let's just hope by the end of this year, things are, I won't say back to normal, but things are better for everyone. Uh, and yeah, hope we just hope that we get to celebrate Christmas and New Year attending live gigs, if at all. Can't wait to attend live gigs near me. Um, so yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you were with me till now, thank you so much. This is almost the end of the video. If you have skipped in between, you found it boring and too preachy, that's fine as well. So thank you, and do check out my music if you get time. Bye.